Welcome to Hard Traveling Geeks, a Traveler 5 actual play podcast presented by Geek at Arms. This is Season 1, The Brothers of Farbauti. Last time, you had a fight on your hands escaping from the rebellion on Ferry. System defense boats attempted to shoot you down before you could jump away from the system. Some good flying and even better shooting kept you unharmed while Dinah worked on the astrogation calculations to get you to Beck's world. She rushed the job, though, and neglected to confirm the gravimetrics, resulting in a missed jump. You spent your week in jump space, completely unaware of the mistake, until you transitioned back in to find yourselves once again in deep space. But this time you were confronted by an absolutely gigantic ship, which created the gravity well that blocked your jump line. The Jodani dreadnought Husrazna took you captive. But considering they were a warship deep in Imperium space, they were surprisingly polite and accommodating. They held you for 2 weeks, long enough to complete whatever mission they were on, and then released you. They did take you up on the offer of trading your pharmaceuticals for fuel, though, which cost you the 90,000 credits you spent to purchase them. We'll return our attention to events aboard the Husrazna in a bit. You eventually arrived at Beck's world, which you have found is a low-tech society. It's mechanized and they have widespread radio, but you haven't seen any signs of anything more advanced than that. No video tech, transistors, or the like. The Scout Service's published data on the world says that it's an arid and sparsely populated planet, but the reality is a lush garden world with several major cities. You'd guess that the planet has hundreds of millions of inhabitants. The military seems to have a tight control over the populace based on their conspicuous presence everywhere you've gone so far. A friendly local named Raikuk drove you around your first day here. Kazuma made some trade contacts and gathered some rumors, and Migrant used his surveillance gear to eavesdrop on a scrambled government transmission. Between the two of you, you've discovered that there is some kind of Imperial research station in the southern seas, and at least some of the locals are resentful of the Imperium apparently exploiting the world without giving anything significant in return. The research station is evidently supplied to some degree by the locals, who visit it in submarines capable of traveling beneath the polar ice. Meanwhile, Jace and Dinah encountered a small alien named Chiree. It is what is known as a chirper, and it has asked you for your help in rescuing its nestmates who are being held captive and experimented upon. The humans in the city seem to regard this creature as vermin, and when Dinah befriended it, they almost became hostile. You smuggled the poor thing back to the poet in a suitcase, but it seems to be claustrophobic and is still recovering from the panic. So let's assume that all of you have returned to the ship for dinner. The meal you got from Otogash smells amazing. Chiree is particularly interested in it. It doesn't look like it's eaten much recently. So are you going to feed this poor creature?
Well, we don't want him eating us while we sleep, so I think it's a good idea.
He doesn't seem to have any carnivorous traits, so you're probably probably fine there.
Yeah, I know. But yes, we're certainly feeding our guest.
Once Chiree has calmed down and eaten enough that it can answer questions, it fills in a little more of the story.
I don't know where my nest is from here, but the humans make us all live in faraway winterlands. It isn't as nice, but it's ours, and the humans don't come there, except these ones that did. They weren't like the other humans. They had a big flying machine like this one, a straw ship. We see them sometimes, and some of us come to listen. The humans here don't like the ones in the straw ships, but they like us less. They want everyone who isn't them to go away. So I hoped when I saw your straw ship come down, maybe you wouldn't like the other humans, and so you'd help me.
We try to help everyone that we can.
So you'll help rescue my nestmates, yes?
Sure. We can certainly give it a try.
I'm a knight of the something Imperial, so that's kind of the name of our game, rescuing people.
Well, I mean, that depends. How much danger are they in compared to how much danger will put us in?
I was also going to say it depends how you define people.
I think they are in great danger. I don't think they will live much longer. We're not meant to be in caves and buildings, and they're confined and not free to move about, and I don't think they're being fed very well either.
I see. So you're photosynthetic is what you're saying. I nod sagely.
Huh? Photosynthetic?
Yeah, just nod. I just nod confidently.
Chiree nods back. You have no idea what the expression on its face means.
Hopefully he has no idea what the expression on my face means.
So you've agreed to help Chiree. It's not much help in telling you where to go other than south.
So is this, forgive me if I missed anything, is this related at all to what's happening at the poles?
It seems likely.
Okay, cool.
If the locals aren't really interested in interacting with these creatures, it's possible that there's some mad scientist on the planet that's doing this, but there was a detail he gave last week about the uniforms that the people that abducted him were wearing, and Migrant would have recognized that circular emblem on the collar as the insignia of the Naval Intelligence Service.
Ah, okay. Because yeah, I'm very curious about the poles, so my inkling is to get there one way or the other. That's what Kazna's angling for.
Well, it's a big planet, and the poles are obviously a much smaller segment of it, but
thankfully, I'm really bad at math and geography. So directionally, I'll be feeling good.
So, one way or another, you're going to find them. Are you going to get them?
One can hope.
Hey, Dinah is our blondie.
This is very true. That means we'll need to break out the rap cadence at least one point, right?
Hey, Brian, do you mind if I plug another podcast for a moment?
Sure, why not?
Just to date when this came out, the City on the Hill episode for Session 0 for the Kingmaker game dropped today. And one of the players tried to put a veil on Puds.
I'm sure that went well. I'm sorry. This is not the group for you.
He knew what he was getting into, though.
All right, so how do you want to go about trying to find this facility?
Well, we intercepted some radio signals. Can we triangulate?
Yeah, that sounds smart. I was going to say we should just offer Chiree as bait. Like, offer to sell them, and then, once we've made contact, then we're in, right?
Man, I'm rubbing off on you.
Yeah, just fly down to the pole with him dangling beneath the ship.
Build a giant fishing pole and mount it tied to the front of the ship.
I think I should find a different straw ship.
No, I hear the other ships like to make barbecue.
Oh, don't worry. It's people. We humans, not other animals. So,
Oh,
trying to make him feel at ease.
Right.
He doesn't know.
And the cannibals are the friendly people.
I heard a suggestion of a sensor sweep a little bit ago.
Yeah.
To try and triangulate based on comm signals. So, given the radioactivity on this planet, the radioactivity on this planet, trying to isolate one specific signal of this kind is going to be a 5D task.
Could we instead maneuver the ship closer or at a different angle, like above the planet or in the atmosphere, to get a better...
Well, yeah, that would probably help to be able to localize the signal to at least the right part of the planet then. I'd say that'd make it a 3d6 roll if you want to do it from orbit.
Yeah, we already have an idea it's at the pole, and we've intercepted the signal once, so we know the right frequency to look for.
You haven't intercepted any signals from the research.
Oh, I thought you said that we did. Okay.
No, you've got lots and lots of radio signals.
Okay.
But that's because this entire planet has radio. Most of it was newsreels and...
Based on my time with the Navy, if the Navy has something at the pole, it's probably going to be the strongest thing there.
Quite likely, yeah.
So we just get within somewhat range, maybe the range they normally build a base at, have the wall at, and then just start scanning.
All right, so you're taking off and flying over the southern hemisphere?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so then go ahead and give me a 3D comms roll.
Who is our comms person?
That's a good question.
That is Dinah. Or is sensors, anyway, I think. Yeah, here we are.
I would accept sensors. I mean, that is kind of what you're doing here. Looking to see if anybody actually has comms. Probably
I do
migrant.
not.
A 3?
Yeah.
You don't detect any radio, but since that was a sensors roll instead of a comms roll, you do get a... I'll assume that you're using like all of the sensor gear at your disposal. You do have EM readings in the southern part of the planet. And I will move us over here.
And I guess I can narrow out that it is the magnetic pole, in case they have it on the South Pole for some reason.
It is down here. It's not right on the pole. It's just, of course, now you're no longer at the spaceport, you're flying around. But it's down here in the southern part of the planet, not necessarily like on the pole. So there is some kind of a heat source, heat signature down there near the southern waters. In the southern waters. Not just near them, but in them.
Now that I think about it, I remember that Dinah does have a lot of personal communication and sensor type gear, too. Oh, she has a comm scanner. Well, it's a personal comm scanner, not a shipwise planetary type thing.
Yeah, that'd probably be for a couple miles at best.
We can go walk around Star Trek style.
In the ocean.
Says.
Or if you want, you could fly down there and see what you can see in your spaceship.
I think that is a good idea. Let's get to within... what kind of ranges are we talking?
It depends on what you want to accomplish or employ.
Well,
let's see what the ship has.
We don't look too suspicious. If they're trying to be secret, they're not going to fire on us because that would destroy any semblance of secretness. So if we just aren't too obvious, if we do like the normal level of scanning, we could be just set and just go right over them.
And we're just freelance geographers scanning the poles like we always do.
Yeah, that's what does.
Let's see. You've got EM sensors, a mass sensor, which has a range of 7. What does that mean? Traveler's range bands are logarithmic, so it's always hard to remember.
What kind of math does this system expect you to do? I love that.
Quite a lot. Yeah. Linear algebra.
That's great. I like the hex grid, though. Is this from the book, or did you make this yourself?
That's actually from travelermap.com. It's
cool.
Got a random hex map generator.
Yeah, I just dig that.
I had to do a little bit of cleanup on it, and touch up, to make it match what I needed. All right, so the mass sensor has a range of about 50 kilometers.
Okay. Then we'll...
Radiation sensor, about the same.
Okay. Then we'll get to within 50, just at the range of the sensors, in case they have a similar type thing. We know where we're looking for, and they don't know that they're looking for us.
Right. At that range, you won't be able to pick up much in the way of detail. I'm sure you won't be able to see it with your eyes.
Right.
But you can tell that there is definitely a structure down there. It's got a really narrow profile. It looks like it's some kind of a polygonal tower, maybe. And it's got some kind of phalanges, like protuberances from it.
And it is all above ground? The parts that we can sense, anyway?
It's kind of embedded in the ice.
Oh, okay.
Presumably, maybe it goes all the way down to the ocean floor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either a vessel of some kind, like floating, or it goes all the way down to the sea floor, and you can't tell. You're not detecting any kind of EM coming, like propulsion from it.
Okay. But we did detect some earlier.
Yeah, it was mostly just a comm signal or sensor or just thermal power.
All right. Well, let's close to half that distance, 25K, and see what else we can pick up.
All right, so then at that distance, you're starting to be able to get a better idea of what this is, of its silhouette. It's got these, what looks to be like spherical projections, like there's like a pylon and then a sphere at the end of the pylon. And the thing is, I don't think it even says how tall it is. I'm going to say it's maybe 30 or 40 meters tall. And it's got some kind of a disc-shaped platform near the top. Maybe a landing platform, something like that.
Okay. Anything else nearby? Any small outer buildings, vehicles, anything like that?
Nope. Nothing else. Just this structure itself. And you don't see any signs of other habitations. There's no track marks in the ice, in the snow on top of the ice. There's no land that you can detect nearby. No ocean-going vessels. Of course, you wouldn't see those because there's ice all around it. And so, based on the information Kazana got earlier, whatever's approaching it would be a submarine.
Should we hail it just to see what happens?
Are we taking any... You said that it's a heat source, so there is some kind of power usage there?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be abandoned? Okay.
No, but it's definitely active.
Are we okay killing these people on sight yet? Or is this more of a still negotiate situation, guys?
I don't think we're looking to kill anybody on sight.
Okay. Gotcha. Then that cancels a couple plans, but that works.
Migrant, by the way, has seemed very preoccupied lately. He's been down at his electronic workbench working on something, and he's being very cagey about what it is. He just says he wants it to be a surprise.
Let's hail it.
Okay. What do you say?
Hello, tower in the ice.
Given that this is an Imperial station, and you've got a couple of former Imperium Navy guys with you, I presume that you're using, standard communication protocols. So it's kind of surprising that you get no response at all, just...
Well, doesn't seem to be anything, or anybody answering. Maybe it's siesta time. They're all resting. But we don't see any other signs of activity. No vehicles, nothing else nearby. It could be somebody's summer home. Could be abandoned. Maybe they're ignoring us.
Let's land in and drive over and check it out.
Yeah.
All right, so are you approaching the tower itself with the ship, or did you want to land on the ice nearby?
Well, you said there seems to be a landing platform on top? A heliport?
It looks like it, but it's not very big.
Okay. They can take a helicopter, but not a spaceship. All right.
Yeah.
The ice is probably solid enough there's a tower there, but can the sensors pick up on whether or not it looks solid enough for us to land on?
Let me check your ship's stats real quick.
Like I said, we can detect mass. We can tell how far the ice goes down beneath what we can see.
Yeah, you're pretty heavy, but it's a spaceship, so it's...
Or can our spaceship hover? Don't we have a grab sled thing to get around a smaller place?
You used to, but it got eaten by a giant fish.
Okay.
Now you just got a rocket sled that's not real good for delicate maneuvers like landing.
Well, sledding on the ice sounds like a lot of fun.
What you do have is a airtight spaceship with a lot of internal volume air in it, so it'll probably float, even if it falls through the ice.
Or what we could do, take the spaceship over to there and just let a few people out onto the ice.
That could also work.
Kind of hover it in place while they get out and drop down, and then just kind of wait for them. So we don't have to actually land on the ice. And they don't have to walk all the way there.
That sounds good.
If you're comfortable letting Migrant fly, then he could stay behind, and it would be convenient to have our absentee players
also,
doing
we
that.
could just land on the the tiny heliport and drive it further to the ice like a nail.
All right, so as you get closer, and you can actually see the thing with your eyes, you can see that it is a spire coming up out of the ice, and it's got these pylons with the globes that kind of spiral helically up the side of the things. There are 3 completely above the ice, and then 1 that's kind of halfway inside, like submerged.
Mm-hmm.
And from here, your sensors can detect that there's more underneath, down in the water.
Okay. Can we tell how far under it goes? How big it is?
What did I say, 30 meters above the ice?
Yeah.
And then there's another 30 meters below the ice.
Okay, and is it
the
same diameter or the width all the way down?
Yep, same diameter, and you continue having those globes on the pylons continuing to spiral down all the way down to the bottom.
Okay.
The landing platform at the top is wide enough to accommodate an air raft or 2. You might be able to even drop your people directly on the platform if the poet just kind of hovers a little bit and you drop your cargo ramp.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming there would be with a landing platform on top, there would be a door, an entrance of some way up there. Would make a lot of sense to have a landing platform. Okay, now jump over the side onto the ice and go into the door on the side.
Well, there isn't a door on the side. If there is, it would be underwater probably.
Well, I figured going onto the roof platform is one way that we know we can get in. At least I would hope so.
There appear to be 2 hatches or elevators of some kind, but you don't see like a standard door. I imagine because nobody wants to like go outside and smoke and sweater.
Yeah. So like subway hatch kind of things?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so we have 3 of us here, and the missing is flying. Are we bringing our little friend with us? What do y'all think?
I think yes. That way they can help us identify things.
Oh, I do not like going back in, but if you need me to, then I can.
Oh, so this is the place you came from. Okay.
Yes, I recognize it. This is the place. The big ball
I feel
thing.
bad for not asking you much earlier,
I think it would be
Chiree.
better.
Well, he wouldn't have been able to interpret any sensor readings or anything.
Of course.
Yeah.
Until he actually laid eyes on it.
So when you got out, Chiree, how did you get out?
There was a problem with one of the doors, and I escaped from our confinement, and then I found my way onto one of the underwater straw ships. And I stowed away, and I hid on there. It was many, many days. I think I was stealing food. And then when it was warm enough, I escaped and I swam to the land. But I do not know where my home is.
Okay. Well, let's go inside and we'll see what we can recognize then. So up here, is there a doorbell or some obvious, let us in or we're here kind of thing, or just open the hatch and head on in like we belong there?
There is a console next to one of the elevators. Actually, next to both of the elevators, one for each of them. Yeah, so controls for operating them are on the wall in the center of the platform.
And are these?
And I presume that you...
are these in a language that we know?
Yeah, they're in
okay.
Anglic, the standard language of the Imperium.
Okay.
So you're standing on the elevator and operating it?
What do you guys think? Do we going to announce that we're here, or are we going to just go inside?
I think we have to assume that we've already announced that we were here by trying to hail.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm always in favor of just going inside. So.
Yeah,
both.
I'm leaning towards that too. We got no response. They might need our help. They might be injured. Probable cause.
That's true. Let's do it.
All right.
Right, so there is a pretty large elevator on the southern part of the platform, and then a smaller one on the eastern side.
How cold is it here? Is it way
Very.
below zero? All that, or it's okay?
Yeah. Enough that if you stand out here on this platform for too much longer, you might start having problems.
Okay. All right, well, let's get in the elevator and head on down.
Again, which one? The smaller one or the big one?
A small one. We're not a giant party or anything. We're not bringing a whole bunch of bulky equipment with us. Just the regular personnel carrier elevator ought to work.
Well, it's still sized for an air raft, just a smaller air raft. All right, so you operate the console, and the floor starts to descend. And as you get down close to the bottom, the doors close up above you, and you find yourselves in a hangar. It's not real well lit. The floor is dusty. You don't see anything in the way of footprints or anything of that sort. But there's plenty of machine tools and grease everywhere. So it's been used, but it's been
in the elevator. Was any kind of a directory? Level 1 is this, level 2 is this, that kind of stuff.
No, it's just a lift that goes from the platform down here into the hangar.
Oh, okay.
Just 2 levels, and then you can see some doors leading off to the west.
All right. The room is lit, or do we need to find a light switch? Okay.
Dimly lit.
Okay. So do we recognize the stuff that's here?
Yeah, it's pretty standard mechanical repair. It looks like a garage, Air
But
maintenance.
nothing that doesn't belong. No super high tech vehicle or weapon hiding among the rest.
Or Navy stuff. Maybe.
Well, this entire place is very clearly Imperium technology, Imperial Navy. It's not native to this planet by any means. So very high tech, but not out of the range of what you would expect to see.
Is anybody a detective type of sorts?
Migrant is. He's back on the ship.
See, I've got the forensic skill. Is that forensic medicine or criminology?
That's a criminology skill. It's actually both, but it depends on what skills you combine it with. For Dinah, it would probably be more along the lines of forensic accounting.
I know psychology.
And as soon as you find a person with a brain here, you can psychologize them.
Right. Well, Dinah does have the Jack of Trades, so I always forget about that. So I'm going to take a guess at how long it's been since anybody has been here. Is it currently occupied on a lower level? Is this a living base with a bunch of barracks? How many people might we expect? Stuff like that.
Go ahead and give me a forensics roll at 3D.
Even. 0.
Okay.
Is a 0 success? Or
yes, a 0 says success. It's not a strong one, but it is a success. Based on the level of deterioration that you're seeing here, you don't think that it's necessarily totally abandoned, but maybe it doesn't have quite enough maintenance staff to keep it up all the levels. And this particular area is disused.
Okay.
At least not recently.
So skeleton crew, maybe. All right.
You want to go for those doors?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here that we...
All right, so you've gone through the doors.
And
is Chiree with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Chiree is still with you, looking very nervous. Its wings are fluttering rapidly, but of course it's not flying because they're too small.
So when we came down to the garage level, how tall was the garage level? Are we even with the ice level, or are we still higher than that?
Oh, no. You're still well above the ice.
So there's a regular size ceiling here, not a giant one for garage work and cranes and all that stuff. Okay.
Well, it's maybe 12, 16 feet in the garage.
Okay.
I should say in that meters. But in the room that you're now in, the ceilings are more regular sized. You're in this compartment that is obviously it's got all these animal cages side by side. Chiree is looking at them very nervously.
Occupied?
No. None of them are occupied right now. They're all unlocked and open. And in this room, you have another door to the west. And it's a pretty wide one that obviously the animal cages are in various sizes, anywhere from something that would carry a small dog to something that you might cart around a gorilla in.
Okay.
And they can fit through the door.
Any paperwork or other information around here to tell us more about what's going on?
Each of the crates has some kind of an information panel on it, digital. But activating each one just gives you no data, just generic information.
Okay. Well, I was thinking more,
before it's been entered.
A clipboard or something like that, just sitting out, hanging around.
No, it's very Star Trek-like. Everything is electronic.
Okay.
No paper records.
Can I check for evidence of cleaning? I'm trying to brainstorm a way to use my steward skill. I guess I want to see, for lack of a better word, like if this looks like a space that is cleaned by janitorial staff regularly.
Ooh.
Okay.
Or if it's more museum.
Go ahead and give me a 2D
steward.
steward roll.
Steward. Can't win.
No, you don't really
Man.
see any signs. You don't really see anything that gives you any idea of what the maintenance status of this place is, how it's being cared for.
The dust here is very dusty.
It's generic dust. The dust here is less obvious than in the garage. That might be just a matter of it getting less from outside.
Okay. And so Dinah did bring along her usual eavesdropper's kit. She's going to plant an audio bug here and use her comm scanner, now that we are inside the building, might be able to pick up something that we couldn't detect from the ship through the outer material.
Ooh, solid plan.
All right. Since this is exactly what it was designed for, let's make this a 2D comms roll, or sensors, or whichever you want to roll. Electronics, if you want.
Oh, yeah, sensors is actually, I guess, ship sensors, isn't it?
Sensors are sensors.
Well,
It's the same principle,
okay.
so I'd say
yeah,
it
she
still works.
uses these all the time. So you said 3D?
2D.
2D, okay. By 6.
All right. You detect a lot of, like, very short range kind of, essentially Wi-Fi traffic.
Okay.
Internet of Things, from multiple sources and multiple directions.
Right. Well, seems there's a lot of electronic activity here. Somebody's doing something. I mean, there's a chance it's automated stuff. It might be computers and robots and whatnot talking to each other. But we could have a bunch of people below us here.
Would we be able to just check and see what their Wi-Fi name is? Or something similar?
Is their Wi-Fi called Evil Death Ray or anything?
Research Station Gamma. Which,
Right.
an amazing coincidence, that's the same as our Zencaster recording.
Guys, I'm detecting foreshadowing.
You said you're finding 4 shadows? Nice. So that's one for each of us.
Yeah, they said they want to hug us.
I don't got much of a life for them to try to take. Joke's on them.
All right, so you're going to continue standing around with the animal cages or go deeper?
We could release all these things really quick.
Well, they're empty.
Oh. Never mind.
But we already have. They're free.
Success!
Awesome. Let's take a bunch of them if they're free.
So Dinah also does have a scrambler unit. So if she needs, I'm not sure the range on it, but she can block the electronic communication in an area as a backup.
What tech level is that?
Tech level 8.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. My audio comm has a scrambler unit. Never mind. That's just for secure communications.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here, she does have a scrambler unit. A small comm scrambler encryption. Oh, no, that can be placed with a personal comm. Okay, I've got it listed twice then. Never mind then.
Well, you have a bug detector / jammer.
Yeah.
Can detect, jam, or destroy bugs up to tech level 12. That means, bugs and regular communications are very similar, so.
Yeah.
However, this entire facility is tech level 15, so it's probably not going to work.
All right. Nope. Let's move on. See what else we got here.
So, going through the door, you find yourselves in a circular corridor. It overlooks a central shaft area, an open shaft surrounded by a guardrail at about waist height. Looking down, it is really far down there. The shaft is 846 meters.
846?
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly.
It probably goes down a little further than the seafloor.
Goes to the center of the planet.
To the south, to your left, there's a transparently enclosed area. It's got a computer terminal and It looks like a comm system, a lot of switches and such, but you don't see any people there. And then in the central shaft directly in front of you is some kind of a track, like there's what looks like a dock almost, and this track spirals down to the bottom of the shaft, at least, as far down as you can see lights.
So looking over the railing down below, still no signs of activity?
You actually do see there's something moving along this rail. It looks like roughly human-sized, but not human-shaped. It's like a robot. It's pretty far down, and you can see it's moving along the rail.
Well, I'm going to plug my laptop into the computer access terminal here and look for the schematics, README files, secret plans, whatever is first, the stuff that's easy and obvious. Welcome to Gamma Base 7.
All right, so you plug your laptop in, and it immediately asks for your authentication.
I'm going to use my computer agent of tech level 12 with the security +2 to get past the encryption.
Okay. So the agent does not use any of your skills.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to make you roll for it anyway. So
it has
roll tech level 12.
It has the security skill with a 2. So it, I think, makes it the equivalent of a tech level 14, kind of, for the security parts. Is that right?
No, that's not quite how that works.
Okay.
It gives you a mod of +2 on the roll. So 5d against a target number of 9. Yeah. Just roll 5d6.
No.
Nope. So your agent works at the authentication protocol for a little bit, and then the screens in the room flash red, and you get this beeping alert. And then let's see.
Heads up, boys. Looks like we got some intruders here.
So you start hearing the sounds of something mechanical moving around. It's hard to tell where it's coming from, but you think it's coming from below, maybe down in that shaft.
Is it something mechanical like robot legs walking on a floor, or like an elevator moving by, or what?
I like a little electric whirring, grinding sound.
Okay.
As of like electric motors, wheels maybe.
I bet the password is umbrella. Everybody here loves them.
Wait, yeah, umbrella. That's perfect. Are any of us carrying any liquids? Can I have some water? Water's probably useful if there's electronic automated defense systems.
The Kevin maneuver. Sure, you probably have like a canteen or something like that. Bottle of water.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm kind of from a deserty planet, aren't I? I would stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and you're pretty fit, so you probably have, like your Nalgene.
And even though there's no animals there, we were just in the animal lab area. There's probably some water containers somewhere close by.
Jace, what are you doing?
I'm not very mechanically inclined. We haven't come across anybody for me to have to deal with. I could recon. That is something I could do, but there really isn't anything to recon right now. Actually, wait. Does my mechanic ability help me to go in and, try to figure out what's going on and possibly shut it off?
Not with any of the electronic stuff here, but go ahead and give me a 3D recon roll to try and determine something about these sounds that you're hearing. What might be coming?
Or, not.
-2. So, no, you don't gather any information. But rather, let's fail forward. Let's do this Tales from the Loop style. So you go out to the central shaft. You're kind of listening, trying to localize where these sounds are coming from. And you get out there and you're like, oh yeah, it's definitely coming from below. And so you look down and there's definitely a robot coming from the level right below that's coming up that rail up to your level. And as soon as it sees you, it starts swiveling what looks suspiciously like a pulse laser in your direction.
Yes, this feels like something really good to tell my co-conspirators. But they also look really busy.
Like they're waving what?
I guess I should let them know. Hey, robot. I don't think it's Scottbot.
Are you gonna try and dodge or anything?
Yes.
Okay. Give me just a roll against your dexterity.
My dex is 9. Sorry, my dex is 7.
7. Okay, well, that's a success then.
Robot.
Let's see how good it is at shooting at you. And given that it's disadvantaged, I'm going to give it a mod. Oh. I don't want to kill you yet, though, so it just tagged you in the shoulder. It couldn't see you very well, so it didn't have... Take just 1 point off the physical stat of your choice from the graze. I'm guessing that all of you are armed at this point, since you're no longer being followed around by the military.
Yeah, we're not in the town, so we have whatever is handy from our own armory on the ship.
Yeah, I'm carrying 2 slug thrower.
Yeah, and I have my accelerator, which, looking at my sheet, I guess we never statted out, but it is in there.
It's a Shogmire's gun, right? It does infinite damage or none.
The accelerator pistol, which you've got, deals 2d bullet damage and 2d penetration, which it's technically the same as a laser, except it doesn't burn.
Which is very good.
And I think the only person who's got armor is Dinah.
Yeah, built into her clothing. Not super good armor, but it's all
Better
right.
than nothing. Let's see, an armor rating of 17. All right, so Jace says, "Hey, robot," and then you see a laser pulse flash out and just kind of roast him a little bit.
Well, which is it, a robot or a laser? Make up your mind. Tell
Yes.
us what's happening. Okay. Well, good thing I have one of those too.
You have a robot? Awesome.
I only have a laser. Dinah pulls out her laser gun and leans over the side, ready to shoot at the robot.
Okay. Well, here's our robot. And when you lean over the side, I guess we're rolling initiative. So go ahead and make your beams roll.
On average difficult.
At this range, let's see. Yeah, you're at short range, 50 meters, so that's 2D.
Okay. 3.
So I'm sorry, I missed the number, and we're all able to fire at this point?
If you want to poke your head over the edge of the platform, then yeah.
I do.
Yeah, it's a 2 dice roll to hit against whatever
Alright.
your range weaponry is. Ooh, nice.
I hit its grandfather.
All right, so Dinah shot first, so you get the disadvantage of being the first person to get shot back at. See, I don't know what the slug thrower does.
It throws slugs.
Throw slugs. Mm-hmm.
It just throws slugs instead of bullets.
Oh, it's like a gun. A standard modern gun.
I meant damage.
The best way to defeat it, though, is with a salt shaker.
Gross.
Well, but you defeat the slug thrower with an assault rifle.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't put any of the slug thrower's stats in. We'll say it's equivalent to Kazana's then, so it does 2d plus 2d penetration plus 2d bullets.
2d10 plus 1?
2d penetration. 2 dice and then 2 dice again for the bullet type, if you overcome its armor.
Alright.
So you zing it really good, but it doesn't seem to have slowed it down or damaged it terribly at all. And when it's shot at Dinah, take 12 off of your armor rating. Wait, is that reflect or...
Yeah, I was thinking I might have had reflect. Got an enhanced cloth 11. No. Okay, I thought I might have had a reflect jacket, but I don't. So just the enhanced cloth 11.
So then it has an armor rating of 17, so it's down to 5.
Okay.
So you take a pretty good hit. This laser is... And see, who else got a hit in? Oh, Dinah did, so roll 2d for penetration.
Well, mine's a laser. Those are...
Yeah, lasers penetrate and then burn. So
Okay.
2d penetration and 2d burn. 22. All right, so you can see bits of a blade of armor start boiling off the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kasana, did you want to hang back or move up and shoot?
I was hanging back for a turn, but I can go in now. The first round of shots have gone off, I guess.
Yeah, I recommend that in your attack also.
Yeah, how do I roll? I need to roll. Go back to skills,
Yeah.
right?
Roll your slug thrower skill.
Fighter slug thrower, yeah. No mods. What difficulty?
2D.
2?
Yep.
All right.
Nice. Okay, so then give me 2 dice for penetration. You managed to hit it kind of close to where Dinah was shooting, so bits of armor are flying off of it as a result of your hit, but not very much. It is still coming. It is almost at the top of the rail, and it's going to come up and be like in your face in short order. Do you want to continue trying to fight it, or do you want to try and run away? Or something else?
What's its weapon layout like physically?
It has a laser kind of on top of its chassis, like on a swivel. So it's kind of a turret. So it can go all the way around. But it would have a hard time shooting like directly down in front of it at its what it passes for its feet tracks.
Because I kind of want to. I'm tempted to go for it, try to get under it.
Oh.
If that makes sense. Maybe flip it if I can. How big is it?
It comes up to maybe your collarbone. And it's on these 4 tread tire things. So it's pretty stable, and it's probably pretty hefty. And it looks like it has a fairly low center of gravity.
Yeah, but getting below the level of the gun still seems like a decent idea. So I'm going to go for that.
Okay, so Kazan is charging. What about Kevin?
I'm going to step back and blast.
All right, so
we're attacking on both.
Are you taking any cover, or
actually, I want to go to the side.
There's not really much cover to be had in this area, but
yeah. So did Dinah get hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
How damaged is she looking?
My clothing looks like I'm going to need to go shopping soon. Yeah, a high-powered attorney knows to wear a power suit.
So Kazanov's just charging it in a death charge. Dana, what were you doing?
Dinah had shot it with a laser and might do it again this time. Even though her clothing protected her from the weapons, she is not hurt. But her armor has largely burned away.
To clarify things right now, the robot is now close enough to be at close range, which means everybody is rolling just 1 die. So it's virtually impossible for it to miss, and probably impossible for you. But if you want to open up the range on it or seek cover, it might not be a terrible idea.
Could I fire and then maneuver where I'm behind Dinah? So it is more difficult to hit me?
Well, you're not going to hide behind Chiree?
You take these punches pretty good, so...
The way it works is, if you take cover, you can't fire before moving. If you're still out in the open, then you're out of cover. Cover applies a mod to both you and your attacker. You can take up to -3. Any more than that, and you're in total cover, you're completely behind something and can't shoot.
They said there was a computer console. Is it into the wall, or is it like a standalone ATM machine kind of thing?
The place that you were before, that little room to the south, is kind of it's like a little security kiosk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But it is also shooting lasers, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So that might be a good thing to hide behind and then try to...
Well, no, don't try to hide from lasers behind a glass wall.
Oh, I thought you meant that it would not be good for lasers, as in it would diffuse them or something. Okay.
No, the lasers will go right through.
Okay, gotcha.
You can flee down the corridor behind you, or you can try and go around the corner behind the security kiosk. There's not really many places to take cover.
I'm going to run back and then take cover and then fire.
So then how much cover would you like? Anywhere from 1 to 3.
I would like it to be at least 3D for it to hit me.
Okay, well, you can't open up the range that far. You wanted to get to long range. I don't think that you can even do that in this place. You'd have to get 150 meters away from it to add a die to it. At which point, anywhere in this area wouldn't even be able to see you anyway.
Then, so you can get that far away by jumping over the side.
Right. I'll emphasize that this is kind of a circular corridor. If you want to run away, you can open the range quickly enough that you'll be able to get away from it.
Yep.
But you'd be kind of running around blind without being able to see what else is around.
Oh, then I'd like to run where it's slightly more difficult to shoot me than take a shot at it.
Okay, so you're going to take as much cover as you can while still being able to shoot?
Right. So
okay.
This is like, I know I'm still a target, but I'm like in the hallway in A New Hope at the beginning where they can't hit anybody, even though they're at a hallway. Just enough for
right.
that.
That also sounds wonderful.
So, Jace, are you going to run like that corridor that's kind of parallel to the one that you came in from? Or
Yep.
Okay. That works. And then Kazuna is charging the robot to try and get into its blind spot.
That's right.
And the other two are taking as much cover as they can while still being able to shoot back.
No, I don't even care if I'm in a place where I can hit it, because I'm just running. I can't shoot things.
Well, Dinah is going to run along to the other door as well. But with her gun behind her, maybe take a wild shot as she's running, but focus more on running than shooting.
So you're following Jace?
Yeah. Because we don't know what's there, but we do know what's here.
And Kevin, were you going in that same direction or to the south?
Oh, yeah, I want to go the opposite direction.
Of course you do.
So you're going back to the lab?
Yes.
Well, no, there's like the place with all the animal containment stuff, there's a corridor going that you're following, and that's just on the other side of the wall from that thing. Kevin, going the opposite direction, would be going past the security kiosk, deeper into the facility. So then the robot is going to shoot. Based on where it's at, it's going to probably have the best chances of hitting Kevin.
Oh, okay. Well, I made my choices.
Where did my robot go? There he is.
Okay, so does the robot shoot at me or I shoot at it first?
They happen simultaneously, so.
What was mine? 2D?
2D, yes. But it's also -3 because of your cover.
Oh, -3. Okay, so I only get a 4.
That is fine. Go ahead and make your 2D penetration roll first. Nice. And then 2D burn. Alright, so now I have to decide where you hit it. Might make all the difference.
Not in the face.
Well, it's got a laser in its face, so that would be great.
You hit it in the weapon.
So give me a flux roll.
Oh, sorry, I need the luck roll. Okay.
It's near the top of your character sheet with generic roll buttons. Not luck, flux.
Oh, okay.
Flux.
1d6 minus 2. 1d6 minus 1d6.
That's good, right?
It's neither good nor bad. It's just determining the hit location. And then give me a 1d roll.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. Bits of armor go flying off the thing, and you've opened its entire panel falls off of the side of it. Fortunately, actually, go ahead and make your attack roll.
All right, since I'm running while I'm shooting, that'll be a penalty of some sort, I guess?
We'll just call it cover, -3.
Okay. So -3, but it's the 1 dice since we're close range, or 2?
2 dice because you're running away. You're opening range.
Okay. 2 dice with a -3. Hit exactly.
Okay. So then give me 2d for penetration.
8 damage.
And then make flux, please.
3.
All right, so Kevin's shot actually hit a, like its sensor cluster. And And Dinah's is the one that knocks the panel off the side of the thing. And Kazna is just sliding in next to the robot, and the panel falls off the side.
Perfect.
And you can see its internals. There are all kinds of interesting electronics and pipes and things.
Yeah, I want to...
You got that bottle of water.
Yeah, why not? We'll try that. We'll stick in the bottle of water, and then I also want to grab a handful of wires and just try to pull them on out. But we'll sprinkle it first.
All right. I don't know if you have... well, actually, you have electronics, so go ahead and give me 2D electronics.
Perfect.
And you may use the statistic of your choice.
What is higher? Yeah, my strength is higher.
Strength plus electronics.
2D electronics. See how my rolls work now? There we go. There's a positive effect. That's what we like to see.
Okay, so Kazuna grabs a double handful of just various bits and gewgaws and just rips them right out of the side of the thing. There's sparks flying everywhere, and then she pours her bottle of water on it just to be sure. You have most definitely let the smoke out of this robot. However, as the smoke rises up this shaft and it's getting sucked out of the place by the ventilation, you notice that some of it is coming from Kevin.
Oh no! Wait.
Yes. All right, so you take 6 points to the physical stat of your choice. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and make another... See where you got shot. In the left leg.
Oh, man. In all my years of being a doctor, I've never been injured.
Yeah, first, do no harm. Second, take no harm.
I don't actually know what to do.
Well, I would suggest you probably want to make a medic roll. Let's see, how does medicine work? So as long as an injury was inflicted by 6d of damage or less, which is true, because it was only 4, first aid may be administered immediately. So you roll 2d versus twice your medic skill. No stats are involved with this. Just the skill.
Oh, so it's... My medic is 5.
So you got pretty good chances of being able to apply first aid successfully. So just roll 2d.
By 3.
All right, success. If successful, 1d points can be restored to characteristics. So you took 6, so go ahead and roll 1d.
Come on.
All right, so you actually only have to reduce one of your stats by 4.
Okay, and to me, it makes most sense for that to be dexterity, since... Okay, so I now have 5 dexterity.
Each damage location determines severity. Severity remains a secret from the player, so I've already done that. All right, so that was first aid, so go ahead and make a diagnosis roll, which is in the...
It's okay. We're how many episodes in and still learning the system?
I don't know how to determine the difficulty.
I would say in this case, I guess it would...
Ouch! Okay, so you need to roll 6d, medic.
60?
Ouch. 6 dice against your 10. A double medic or regular medic?
No, his regular medic score with his characteristic.
Oh, with the stat. Okay, all right.
All right, drum roll. I've got it. 1, 2, 3.
Pretty darn close.
It appears
your intuitions couldn't help with that, could they?
Oh, yes. Could I?
Which one do you have? Kevin has curiosity, so no, it doesn't really help.
Okay.
All right, so you're hurt, and you have no idea how bad. It's just hard to figure out in these circumstances.
Okay.
So you have to wait until the following day to make another attempt, which means you can't treat your injury until it's been diagnosed.
Okay.
Okay, so the security robot's been neutralized.
Do we hear other signs of movements or mechanics or electronics?
Actually, while this is going on, you're still running away. So,
when the robot died with a bunch of smoke, I would have stopped running.
Well, let me go ahead and give you more information.
Oh, okay.
My point wasn't that
the med bay
to inconvenience you, but to move you along. So you come around the corner and you see row upon row of these individually numbered stalls. Each one is, Most of them are occupied by single robots. There are link sockets and electrical outlets here. And there's 4 rows with 6 stalls each. Along one wall, there's a lot of bins with spare robot parts. Fortunately, it doesn't look like any of them are active right at the moment.
Well, of course not. There was a security situation. The security robot did its thing. They don't need to get involved.
Right.
Can I tell what kind of robots they are?
It looks like a variety. There's 3 different types. There's the security robots, like you just fought. And then there are these guys.
But they have some medical robots here. Mm-hmm.
This looks like some kind of a janitorial robot. And then another sort that's got this large scoop-like appendages that look like they're meant to hold something, like kind of gently. And then it has these long, kind of prehensile fingers that look like they could curl back, almost like a cage.
Did you say almost like a baby?
A cage.
Oh.
Right, so, but then you've got the comms from everybody saying, hey, the robot's taken care of. It's been neutralized. You can come back.
Wait, I'm sorry. This is the one I run into? Well, no, I quit running because I medic and stuff.
You quit running because you got shot in the leg.
Oh. That. And real quick, that was my left or right leg again. I'll write that
Left
down.
leg.
Left leg.
Yep.
Okay. Didn't need anybody.
That's why you got a spare, right?
In the robot room, is there another door to keep on going?
Yes, there's another door at the very back and to the left.
Just want to know what was there. Now go back and help our buddy.
All right, so the place where Kevin has attempted to take refuge is actually the second air raft hangar. And this one looks much more well-kept and used. It contains 3 air rafts, actually here in the place. One of them is partially disassembled and in the midst of being repaired. The other 2 each bear the Imperial crest and appear to be standard models. Which means, yes, they will fit nicely in the cradle of the poet. If you were wondering. Well, one of them will, not both. Egresses from this room. There's like a kind of a half wall, halfway past through the hangar. You can't see what's on the other side of it, but it looks like it's probably maintenance gear from the looks of it. And then there's another corridor leading off. Actually, there's 2 doors at the far end of the room, and then it looks like a corridor leading to the right.
I didn't think about it. The circular corridor must be fairly big to have vehicles in here.
The central shaft is about 15 meters in diameter.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's fairly large.
Yeah. All right, so Dinah saw the robots in there, saw another door, and is going to go back and help our injured friend here. She only has 1 in medic, but might be able to help, and she can certainly get a tourniquet going with the tatters of her armored clothing.
Well, the first aid has already been done. Right now, it's just a matter of assessing the actual damage. But if you wanted to make that same 6D medic roll, you can make an attempt.
Could I make it worse by failing really bad?
No, just not for the diagnosis.
Okay. Okay. Well, looks like you got shot.
Nope.
Thanks, I was wondering.
In her professional legal opinion, you've been shot.
I recommend not getting shot for at least 2 more weeks.
Gotcha. Call me in the morning if I'm not feeling better.
Yeah.
You can call each other because you got shot too. You just didn't get injured.
We can bond over that now. We've been shot in a similar group.
Yeah. Well, you were shot. My clothes were shot.
And Jace, did you come back with Dinah?
Sure.
Okay.
Instead of just running around randomly, returning is probably a good plan.
What about Kazan? What's she doing?
Well, I'm so far uninjured, right?
Yep.
So I want to stick with Chiree, I think, since everybody else is occupied staying alive. So I imagine we're taking up the back. I asked Chiree if they recognize the individual cage situation that seems to be going on.
Not really. I mean, they look all the same to me. One of the medium-sized ones was one I was in.
Interesting.
What is that creaking sound?
All right, so they got different sizes.
There's also a door here that leads back to the east, again parallel to that hangar. And it's got an electronic keypad on it. It's locked. So what you want to do?
Is there a, besides the air sled, is there a smaller personal vehicle, like a Segway or something like that, so we can get around with an injured leg?
If you wanted to take some time to build something, Jace might be able to knock together some kind of a transport from the gear that's here and the robot parts.
Okay.
I don't think anybody has grav skills, so it'd have to be a wheeled vehicle of some kind.
Well, Donna has a craftsman. Not quite what we're looking for.
Well, that can be combined with Jace's mechanics and add them together to build something.
Rhino's jack of all trades, I suppose.
Well, no, you can't use jack of all trades if you've got a skill.
Yeah.
It'd probably take 3 or 4 hours to put something together.
Right.
Or you could just find him a crutch.
Yeah.
Might be faster.
So, here, take this stick. It'll help you get around.
Jab myself with a painkiller too. Or I've already done this.
Right.
So I'm not feeling it.
Okay, so you've got a locked door to the east, 2 doors that are open to the west, corridor around the bend.
Let's check the 2 open doors first. Or unlocked doors, rather.
Let's do it. You take point and I'll hobble behind you.
All right. So you poke your head through one door and you see, actually both of those doors lead to storage room, which is just, actually this area and the maintenance area that you walk through are just cluttered and crammed with crates and boxes of supplies. Looks like mostly food. And then the area to the north has a lot of cold weather gear.
Yay.
It's high-tech stuff, like heat suits that'll actually keep you toasty even down here close to the pole.
Oh, nice. So not a giant parka, but a self-warming suit or something like that. Interesting.
Yep. Environment suits.
Yeah, I'd like to grab one, because presumably at the high-tech level, they're not going to overheat us indoors, right?
Right. And they're not very bulky.
Sweet. Yeah, no, I'll definitely grab one. Are there any identifying insignia on them?
They are all marked with the Imperial Seal.
All right. Okay.
Which is that wavy-bladed sunburst thing from the logo.
Okay. So look, now we belong here.
So then in this area, you've got a corridor leading off to the north and more storage area. Oh, actually it looks like you've got some small rooms to the west.
Let's take a look at the small room there.
There's an array of doors here. Looking inside one, you see that's a apartment. It's got a bed, its own fresher, a closet. So these are probably the barracks. The first one that you look in is neat and unused.
Okay. Well, I could definitely use a bathroom break, so Dinah's going to go in and help herself.
As I asked the last time we were in this situation, do you flush?
Yes.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Does he have to roll for that?
Not in this system.
He could forget. It's
Well, that involves flux.
Flux to flush.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after eating that Taco Bell.
I figured he'd at least have to roll to make sure that all 3 shells are there.
Okay, do you want to check all of these rooms or just assume they're all... I mean, they all look the same from the outside.
Okay, we don't need to check them all. How about we take a look at that locked door?
Okay, so going all the way back over to the other side.
Yeah.
It has an electronic keypad. It's alphanumeric.
Okay. Presumably also tech level 15. Well, I don't know. Just because the building is doesn't mean the locks are.
That's true, but it is.
I wonder if the robot has anything in it that would help us open the door. Probably couldn't drag the whole thing over, but maybe we could try to gut it if this doesn't work and see if there's any kind of key.
Well, it doesn't have any kind of a data port or anything. It's just a keypad.
Oh, okay. All righty. Then we might need to. What's the door made of?
I'm not sure. Some kind of metal. I don't know what doors would be made of in the future. Let's call it steel or equivalent.
Okay. Laser take a long time to get through that. Might be something around we could use as a crowbar, but that would also take a good while to do. Well,
do you want to spend some time forcing it open? You may do so.
Or maybe somebody has some insight that can help us in the situation here.
Perhaps.
Oh, well, alternatively, could I have a grenade in my backpack to help us insight into this world?
You could, or you could roll curiosity for...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll be curious for once.
You don't always have to jump straight to grenade.
Reminds me, I totally have insight.
Yeah, that's what I was implying.
You can try insight if your curiosity doesn't work.
Yes, if curiosity doesn't work, I shall do that.
Okay.
Nice roll. All right, so Kevin is looking around and finds a Post-it note nearby. It has the word gamma written on it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is realistic. Okay.
Yeah, well, Dinah was thinking of trying 0000 as the default code.
And then 0001 and so on. So you're typing that in the thing, or are you just going to stare at it?
He noticed the Post-it note there of gamma. So is this the keypad that has numbers and letters on it, like a telephone?
Oh, it's actually got more like a full keyboard kind of thing going on.
Oh, okay. Then I'm assuming what's on the Post-it is the password.
You can assume that all you like, but would you like to actually type it in?
Let's put it in there.
Okay, so the door opens, and you find yourselves in what looks to be like a biological laboratory. Not a big, well-appointed one, but it's high-tech. It's got facilities for taking samples, making some sedatives, that kind of thing, basic veterinary science.
Okay. Anything that can help with a shot leg?
Nothing more than what Kevin's medkit that he's carrying around has. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Along the southern wall, there are what look to be holding cells. One of them is completely empty. The second one has what looks like bedding and some loose vegetable fiber. And the third one has the same. Yep, and that's all she wrote.
And the holding cells are like people-sized or animal-sized or what?
The first one looks like it would be a little bit uncomfortable for a person to live in. Wouldn't pass OSHA standards. The others are large enough that a human person could be in there comfortably, but it would be very clearly a prison cage.
So it does appear to be an actual maybe brig of some sort, not like a quarantine medical zone or something.
It doesn't look like a quarantine zone, no. But it doesn't really look like a prison either. Like, best on the bedding, it looks more like nesting material than like a bed. So probably some kind of an animal.
Yeah, okay.
Large animal, but an animal.
So start rifling through drawers, looking around for more information on what all this is about.
Okay. You come up with a little bit of unencrypted, like a data tablet that's unencrypted. And it has what looks like intake records on some small animal. And actually, one of them is for a group of chirpers, like Chiree.
All right.
There's a photograph of a group of 4 of them that look just like him.
Okay. Are there dates on it?
Yes. Probably from about 8 or 9 weeks ago.
Okay.
We'll say 9 weeks.
All right. All right. Well, it looks like the last activity here was 9 weeks ago. At least the last shipment of life forms that they brought in. Does the intake look steady before that? Like, every week they get something, and 9 weeks ago it all stopped.
No, it's pretty sporadic,
episodic. Okay.
And there's really only maybe half a dozen records here.
Okay.
And they're spread out across about 7 years.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Well, I'll pocket that.
What's everybody else doing?
I will take any medical supplies that seem useful. I think we're pretty stocked, though. If there's anything like you need
Okay.
here.
There's not really much in the way of medical gear. It's more sample kits and that kind of thing. A few sedatives.
Okay. So much more a biology, zoology kind of lab than a med lab, sounds like.
Exactly. Based on the cages and the room next door and this area, this is some kind of a intake area for biological specimens. Bring in the specimens here, take blood samples, take photos, and get them ready for wherever they're going next.
Okay, I'll show the picture to Street. Do you recognize these? Do you know any of them?
Yes, my nestmates, and that is all of us. That is me.
Oh, wow. So I'm guessing they are somewhere still here then.
Yes, they were still here when I escaped. They probably still are.
Have we checked everything out on this level, or there's still more apart from the identical-looking apartment rooms?
No, there's still a little bit more. The next area, beyond where you had been with the apartments, was the mess hall. It's got several tables and what looks to be a fully automated kitchen. But only one table has a single place setting set out.
Clean or food on it?
It's clean.
Okay.
Beyond that, there's a large lounge, recreation area. It's carpeted, got lots of casual furniture, entertainment complexes. Well, centers, not complexes. And there's some rooms off to the side that have games, like a little workout room, some books, a little library. But it's all leisure material, not technical or anything.
Okay.
And then beyond that, there's what looked to be an observation deck. Exterior wall is transparent and looks out across the ocean.
Oh, nice.
The entire area is carpeted, but there's no furniture.
Okay. So we found any stairs going down or elevators that go elsewhere, or is everything below us just a lot of machinery?
Well, you've got that weird dock platform where the robot came up. And then there's still a little bit of an area to the north that you haven't explored yet.
Okay, let's check that out.
Coming at it from the lounge area, the first room that you would enter would be a room that contains extensive radar, sonar, and other detection equipment.
Oh, interesting.
It looks to be capable of observing and tracking any vehicle as far as the horizon, under the sea, and in close orbit. It's in operation, and it appears to be hooked into the central computer.
Okay.
You have no idea why, if there's anybody here, why they wouldn't have responded to your hail.
Yeah. Does it detect our ship?
I'm going to say since the gear is unlocked, you don't have to worry about authentication, and you can go back through the logs. And yes, it does indeed show your approach.
Okay.
And it shows a migrant in the ocean nearby, floating.
Can I download some of the logs to see all the traffic coming back and forth?
Sure, yeah. Do you want to actually examine that data right now?
We can get over later. If we find out anything else interesting, we can see if something specific happened, or just look it over leisurely if you feel like it.
So then straight ahead, there's what appears to be some offices, administrative area, but it looks completely empty and unused.
Okay.
And to your right is a very large metal door with both an electronic and mechanical lock.
Okay. No window into that area, I guess?
Nope. It looks like it's some kind of vault.
Well, inside this vault could be anything. Dinah's going to find something metal and knock on the vault.
Okay.
I'm going to help do that.
Yeah. Knock, knock, knock. Clang, clang, clang.
Who's there? It sounds like that door is quite solid. And then a little bit beyond the vault is what looks like to be the primary communications station. It's got both Imperial type communicators, very high-tech stuff, and then also some lower tech radio equipment that's probably used to communicate with the locals.
Okay. Communication logs, recordings, backups, anything like that?
Yes, there are. It does retain and can recall messages on the console.
Okay. Is that password protected, encrypted, anything?
Nope, it doesn't appear to be.
All right, let's start looking at the logs. When was the last message sent from here?
From here? The last message was only 3 days ago. There's a voice recording that was on one of the low-tech radios.
Okay, play it back.
It's a brief conversation between somebody with this outlandish, otherworldly accent. It sounds very Imperial. And what sounds like it's probably a local submarine captain coming in to resupply. And so it's a conversation about authorization, passcodes, that kind of thing, and cargo manifest.
So nothing like, we have to abandon the place, we're under attack. Nothing like that, explaining why nobody is apparently here.
Nope, nothing of that sort. Seems fairly routine.
Okay.
Listening to a few other recordings, it's always the same voice from the research station end.
Okay.
And the most recent use of the interplanetary comms, the Imperial stuff, was was a communication with. This one actually is encrypted, so you can't hear the conversation, but you know that it was communication with an Imperial Navy ship of some kind.
Okay.
The only remaining thing here is actually the main station computer. This is the computer area.
All right, so she didn't have much luck before, but if the main computer is nearby, Dinah's going to get her agent to do a bit of work trying to get in, but to go slow and take its time, careful not to trip any kind of alarms.
Okay.
If it takes hours or whatever, then that's going to be what it takes then.
All right, so you're going to leave the computer behind while you continue exploring, or
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What did I say was your previous roll? 5d6. So make another 4d6 roll.
Okay. That's using the sensors for a 46 roll, but against what? I forget. Since it's the computer skill here.
I don't even remember. I think the target number is the tech level of the lower, so 12? No, that doesn't make sense. I should have written it down. So, 46 versus 12, we'll say that.
Still not very good.
But you won't know about that for at least an hour, because you have to leave the computer behind.
Yep.
Should have had you make that roll after an hour, instead of making you do it here, but I would not remember. All right. So then it looks like the only way down is going to be that rail in the central shaft. And returning to that area, you can see that there is an elevator button there, a little console. And when you press it, looking down, 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 you can see there's some kind of a platform that starts moving along the rail, kind of spiraling up until it reaches the the platform where it stops.
Spirals up. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Before leaving the computer room, Dinah left a bug there with her computer too.
All right. And as soon as the elevator capsule arrives, the guardrail kind of telescopes, retracts to let you on.
Okay. So we all going?
We do.
Yeah, does Chiree know anything about the building? Like, even directionally?
I was never this high up. It was always down below the water level.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go on down and see who we can find.
The elevator does have one floor upward, but it looks like a lot of floors downward.
I didn't think there was a floor upward. We want to see what's above us first?
Sure. Satisfy some curiosity.
All right, let's go up.
All right. So you arrive on the upper floor. It takes about a minute for the elevator to make the full circuit around the thing and get you to the next level. And you're now on a platform much like the one that you just left. There's a narrow corridor to your left. Around to the right, there's a kind of a curved room with a door in the center. And then there's a couple more doors that lead to this other area across the shaft from where you are. There's a walkway all the way around.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at the round one to our right.
Okay. The door is unlocked, and it leads into what appears to be a large library, lined with shelves of books. And so far, most of the data that you've seen was on computers and tablets.
Mm-hmm.
But a brief perusal of the titles here, there's no apparent cohesive subject for this library.
Okay. A mix of fiction and nonfiction, I guess?
No, it's all technical, scientific stuff. It's just on a wide variety of topics.
Oh, okay.
But I need each of you to roll 2d6 now.
We want a low roll right now, don't we?
6 for Dinah?
Actually, no.
Wait, what are we rolling?
One from Kazuna, please.
Sorry, what do you need? Just 2D?
Yeah, 2d6.
Alright.
Right. That's appropriate, actually, because Kazuna wouldn't really have understood what she was looking at anyway.
That's true.
Jace and Kevin, you both noticed that several of the books in this library are the kinds of things that aren't really available to the public at large in the Imperium. There's books that have been banned, even, and a couple that are actually psionic training manuals.
Psionic.
I was going to say...
Psionic, not psychotic.
Oh!
Well, one of us could use a psionic training manual, right?
See, Jace has insight, so...
Yeah, I was also going to just say I think all these books might be good to keep, but I'll roll insight too.
Oh, you don't even actually need to roll it, but since you did, I'll give you even more information. You think it's quite likely that these books are in paper form in order to keep them out of the databanks? Because since they're illegal, whoever owns them wouldn't have wanted them in a computer because computers are hackable. And since you actually rolled for insight, you managed to find a couple of books that looks like they would be useful for anybody who wants to try and develop their psychic powers at some point. But whoever uses them will still need a teacher. So they'll give a bonus.
Yes, we need to find a psychic teacher, but we should also keep the books. I also think we should keep all the books, because even if they aren't directly useful for us, I am pretty sure they are very, very worthwhile for
Could be.
our financial uses.
There are a lot of them, so it'll take some time to transfer them all, particularly having to deal with the weird elevator. But if it turns out that you have the leisure, then you can come back here and take as much as you like.
Is there not like a chair that's on wheels, like an office chair or something that we just load them on and roll them with?
It's a lot of books.
Are there multiple office chairs? Like 4 of them?
It's a lot of books. This is a library, like floor to ceiling of shelves.
Do we have any way to... Can we image any books and then destroy them?
You could. It would take a while.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, not all of them. Just like if we could even image a subset.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm suggesting burning books.
So we've got murder, drug dealing, and now book burning. Yeah.
Why can't we just take the books?
Well, you can. I was just saying that it's going to take a little bit of time in order to get them all down.
Oh, well, we could, like, flip through and get the cool-looking ones and leave the other ones.
Right. I'm going to say that you can definitely stuff the couple of psionic training manuals in your pockets and take those with you immediately.
It's very reassuring that our person with potential for psionics, the criterion for choosing books is the cool ones.
You know, the ones that have the best illustrations on the cover.
I'm highly reassured.
Well, Kazuna, what I believe now is my vibe check and of coolness was really my psychic spidey senses, or psychic detection going on this whole thing.
Gotcha.
That's what really made his hairstyle so tall.
Kevin, when they're just doing the ship stuff, he's the cook. He just puts totally random stuff based on his vibe. That's weird.
What score did we need to actually be able to learn psychic abilities?
I actually did add that to all of your character sheets.
Yeah, and I have a number. That's why I was asking.
Yours is fairly low, a 5. In order for the Jodani to be interested in you, I think it had to be 7 or better. So the only person who doesn't really have much of a chance at all is Kazuna, if I remember right. Oh no, Kazuna's 5. I guess it must have been Migrant. Yeah, he only scored a 4. His is the lowest. Oh, Dinah's a 2, so hers was the lowest.
All right, so we've looked at the library. Let's see what else is up this way.
All right, so most of this area looks to be offices and that kind of thing. So I'm going to fast forward you to the interesting areas. See, more computer, reception and hospitality. Oh, that's interesting. There's casual furniture, wall decorations, and one wall appears to be a constantly rippling waterfall, like a hologram kind of thing.
I'm thinking swinging bachelor pad.
Uh-oh, I'm getting flashbacks to a Tomb of Horrors.
But in all of this, there's only one office that appears to be in use. There's a single desk and a chair, a large flat table with map box, and there's a wall file and map boxes for several worlds in the subsector.
Anything marked? The X marks a spot, or locations are circled, anything like that?
Well, not really, but I'm going to move you back out here to the star map. This world right here, Sias, is interdicted, and nobody knows why. So it's a possibility that there's information on this chip that might have some valuable information.
Is that GM giving us hints of where to go?
Not actually, but it's part of the module. So. This module was actually set in a different subsector. I kind of moved it.
So, was this information on becoming more psychic or information on finding criminals?
This is information of an unknown nature. That if you go there, I will probably make it the main plot. If you don't, then who knows what it is.
Guys, my quest marker just started pointing that way.
There's now a flashing compass marker over your head.
Yeah.
I turn it off for immersion purposes. And mine doesn't walk around.
There's also another large office that's cluttered with a lot of furniture and desks. And this office is in complete disarray with sheets of paper, charts, tablets, hard copy computer printouts on the floor on every flat surface. And some places the clutter is like half a meter deep. It's just major pack rat hoarder level mess.
Oh, this is certainly suspicious.
Well, let's not judge too fast.
Go inside the pack rat room and go to where you said there's also a desk somewhere under all the paper?
Several desks. All of them are covered with papers.
Okay. Go to the desks and see what is of interest on top and peek in some of the drawers.
Okay. The particular desk that you chose has information on... It looks to be information transfer, bandwidth metrics, and given the high-tech nature of this facility, the level of information transfer being measured here looks really small. We're talking maybe a few megabytes per second. No more than that.
So first I thought this might have been the IT department, but why would they have anything on paper?
If anybody would like to make a curiosity or insight roll, I might give more information.
All right.
I will. Well, I use my curiosity. Oh, no, it goes down by 1, right?
Right, just reduces by 1 each time.
Okay, I'm going to roll it.
8. You forgot to reduce it, but that's okay. Still a success. All right, so the researcher, looking through several sheets of this information, it takes you 15 to 20 minutes to get an idea of what they're looking into. They're evidently investigating the theoretical potential for long-range communication using psychic powers. This would be game-changing if they could get distances that are greater than the speed of light.
Interesting.
It's impossible to know whether or no they've actually made any progress. It's just lots and lots of data. Speculation, figures, that kind of thing. And I'm going to add one more piece of information. Based on the very neat lines of figures and so forth, and the meticulous nature of this research, the fact that it's all in disarray doesn't look like this is the way this information is normally kept. So maybe somebody has ransacked this room. Other than yourselves, of course.
Yeah. Well, just because the room was ransacked doesn't mean that they found everything of interest.
It would take several hours to actually go through it all, though.
Well, we're not going through all of it. I think we can safely assume the stuff that's been thrown around is stuff that wasn't of any use or interest. So using her knowledge of the way people think, what some might call her blackmail skill, she's going to start looking around the kind of places that people would hide stuff they don't want to be found. Like taped under the bottom of the desk and things like that. And start searching the room for places that a general ransacker might not have thought to look.
All right. Go ahead and make a blackmail roll then. Make it 2D. There's not a whole lot of places to actually hide stuff in here.
Yeah, made about 7.
Very successful. You think that if there was anything that was super sensitive, it's probably back in that vault.
Yeah. Okay. Have I found anything that looks like it might be a vault combination or keypad code?
No, not in this mess, no.
Okay.
I mean, you could try random strings of numbers from these papers until you were 90 years old, and you'd probably never hit it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that everything for the upper floor, or is there more?
Yeah, I think that's everything here. Everything of note, anyway.
Okay.
When you get back out to the central shaft, however, the elevator is traveling downward.
Okay. So either it has an inactivity period and returns to a default position, or somebody waiting on the lower floors is calling for an elevator.
Could be either of those things. Or something else.
Yeah. Press the button and see if it stops what it's doing to come back and get us.
It does not stop. The button lights up to let you know that it's received your summons. Did anybody pack rope or anything of the sort?
Yeah, I was going to ask. The way you described it, it sounds like, with the open air plan, we could, swing down to the floor below us, possibly.
Yep, that would be very easy to do. It's about 10 meters. No, it's not 10 meters. About 4 meters per level. That seems low, given how far down this thing goes. We'll make it 18-foot ceilings, 6 meters.
Okay.
If anybody wants to just go ahead and declare, of course I brought rope. That's fine with me.
Oh, yeah. How'd you know?
Yeah, because of course we have rope. Because remember we came down from the ship that just kind of hovered above?
Oh, right. Yeah. Probably repelled.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like the Indiana Jones theme to play a few notes as I swing down
Okay.
on
Actually,
my broken leg.
Yeah,
Oh, not
actually,
broken.
Chiree brought rope,
With the
too.
flesh.
He always carries his rope.
With his wings. All right, so anybody who wants to try and climb down, give me an athletics check. Only 2D because you have rope. I just love how Dinah's athlete is so very low because you have low strength and no skill.
Yep. So it's only 2 dice, and I have an entire 5 to roll against here.
2 dice.
Yep.
Whee! Splat.
Anything I can do to make the roll easier?
Yeah, the rope makes it easier.
Right, but
That's
anything,
why it's only 2D.
anything beyond that?
Can I assist?
All right.
If you really take your time, you can reduce the difficulty by 1D, but then you won't be able to rescue Jace.
Well, you don't want somebody with 5 athletics to try to rescue Jace.
Good point. Let's get the rolls made first,
Okay.
and we'll see how things fall out. Because Kevin did fairly well. But Kevin is also injured, so...
Yeah, well, let's see how things fall out. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't change it to 1 dice. I kept it at 2.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and take the first of those 2 dice. And that first die is...
A 6.
The 6, of course. Okay.
Which
So
means
we have...
which means I missed it by 1. Like Jace.
Right. Let's go in the order that people actually rolled their dice. So, Kevin, nobody wanted the injured guy to fall on them, so they made him go first. And naturally, he gets all the way down to the bottom with great facility. And Jace, you're following him, and you failed your roll, but not by a lot. So, what happens on your way down?
You got rope burn.
The rope gets twisted around my foot.
All right.
See, it's easier to climb if you shoot yourself in the leg first.
That's the secret.
See, the problem is I would aim for the leg and I'd still somehow shoot myself somewhere else.
Or you'd miss and shoot the rope.
All right, so this rope was coiled in such a way that there's a snarl in it partway down, and you managed to slip your foot right into the loop, and you're starting to let your weight off to take another slide down, and it just tightens up, and your knee twists underneath you, and you fall just 3 or 4 feet and manage to grab the guardrail. But go ahead and take 1 hit to one of your physical characteristics. And Dinah... You're in somewhat the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
You failed by 1. However, you do have Kazuna, who's very fit and capable up above you.
Mm-hmm.
So I will allow... what exactly happens here that you wind up in trouble?
But what happened to her is that one of her shoes fell off as she was climbing down. And tumbles all the way down to the very bottom floor.
Shouldn't have worn heels. So in that case, I'm going to give you a... Reduce your dex by 1 temporarily. This is just not due to an injury. It's just temporary until you can get another shoe.
Yeah. Well, screw that. I'm taking off the other shoe. I'm not going to walk around with 1 shoe.
All right. So that will nullify the dexterity loss.
Okay. But I'm barefoot.
Right.
But I know where there is some cold weather clothing. I hope there were shoes and some boxes there.
Good idea. So Dinah in her very stylish outfit and big moon boots.
Well, the outfit used to be stylish before it was torn to shreds.
Right, before it got shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Okay, so you're all... I'll say your ropes are long enough that you could go to the level that you were on, or the one right below it. Your pick.
I'll do it to the one that we were, the first level we came in on, so I can get some boots out of that cold weather clothing area.
Okay. So by the time you get down, the elevator is now on its way back up.
Okay. And if I remember, it seems to take a long while. So if it's on its way back up from down there, it's probably a 5-minute wait or something, I guess.
Probably, yeah.
So Dinah's going to go back and check on her computer, see how it's doing.
Oh, it's still crunching numbers. It's got a long way to go.
Just making sure it was all still functioning and on the way. So head back and see if we can get a look at who or what is on the elevator, or maybe it's just empty, because that's the way the elevator here works.
I'm gonna keep following. I'm gonna follow.
All right.
Dinah.
Anybody else doing anything interesting?
Not let anybody follow me.
Okay. Hearing no dissent?
Yeah, it sounds like the best thing. Just follow everybody. But I think we should do some whistling along the way. And a little bit of singing, perhaps.
So the elevator finally arrives at the guardrail, retracts, and a man topples out of it. He's got large gashes in his abdomen, and he sees you and he looks startled. But he is still alive. I mean, obviously he's still alive if he sees you and he looks startled.
I hope so. Doctor, take a look at this man.
I take a look at this man.
Go ahead and make a first aid roll, which is 2d6 versus double your medic skill.
6 versus 10.
That's a successful. All right, so you managed to very quickly get the blood stopped and his abdomen kind of sealed away. He's stabilized immediately, and he says, thank you. Who are you? No, never mind who you are. Can you get me to a medical facility somewhere? Please.
Eventually.
Where is the nearest one to here?
I do not trust the doctors on this world. I don't know what kind of barbarity they would inflict upon me. You are obviously from off-world and a physician. Do you have medical facilities of any kind that you could treat me with?
Yeah, I do. We'll take you there.
Oh, thank you.
Does anyone else need help?
No, it is just me. I am alone. But please, we must get off of this station. I must have help. Thanks for listening. This has been Hard Traveling Geeks, presented by Geek at Arms. As always, you can find more actual play experiences and episodes of the Geek at Arms podcast at geekatarms.com.